a brilliant one. She sat in my daddy's lap for 16 years. Oh, and she was hateful. You know what she used to do? She used to bite herself on the arm and then run crying to Daddy that I had done it and he'd punish me. Oh, she got me in trouble all the time. Daddy used to call me the bad seed. Once she even electrocuted in Mr. William Shakespeare's masterpiece, Macbeth. I feel sure after our date, he'll make a decision in my favor.
Oh, well, come on. Now, Blanche, you're not just using this guy to get a part in a play.
Of course not, Dorothy. I'm gonna let him use me to get a part in a play. Blanche! Blanche! Does he have a friend for Dorothy?
Oh.
We know this is...
Go.
He's a half hour late.
He probably got caught in traffic.
Ladies, I'm on a tight schedule. This is Miami. I've got funerals backed up.
But those are art courses. They come easier to me. I've always had a great appreciation for the arts and artists. And carpenters and mechanics and...
Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm calling about the Sinatra concert. It's what?
A nice fresh pitcher of ice cold lemonade. Pour me a cup, would you? I'm sweating like a horse.
Here, Sophia, let me get it for you.
That's okay, honey. I'll do it.
No, now, Rose, please. I told you when I first arrived I didn't want any special treatment.
I'm sorry.
It's been nearly 6 months now since I lost my sight. And,
It was real. Dorothy, it's Stan. Didn't you recognize me?
Of course I recognize you. That's why I slammed the door in your face.
Still the job.
I can't remember when I had so much fun. We went dancing at the Beachcomber. We're going to go back again tomorrow night.
Jeffrey doesn't dance. He says it makes his ankles swell.
Honey, I think it's terrific that you had a good time tonight.
I have you two to thank for it. Good night.
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 3 wise men in the nativity scene at Burdine's were wearing Ralph Lauren ski parkas.
Catch me, catch me, catch me!
Let me take a wild guess. You didn't expect us home this early.
Dorothy Rose, I'd like you to meet...
We knew...
Ma, Shady Pines happens to be a beautiful retirement village.
Yeah, right, and Morley Safer just happened to wander in there by mistake.
Oh, Dorothy, we have great news.
You're never gonna guess who we got to star in this year's production at the Community Theater.
Oh, Blanche, please, you say that
Isn't it funny? Sometimes you have to almost lose somebody before you realize how much they really mean to you. Let's go out and celebrate life. Let's go out and do something crazy. Let's fly to Freeport and gamble all night.
Ma, we can't afford it.
Berta's gonna be here in 45 minutes. I don't think you have time to bake a cake.
45 minutes. In 45 minutes, I can bake 2 cakes and knit you a sweater. Out of my way. The maestro approaches the podium.
Oh, Sophia finishes in time. You can't give a good birthday party without a cake.
Yeah, I seem to recall a party with 3 cakes that was not... What?
Elliot made it.
What? What did Elliot make? A ship in a bottle? What?
Elliot made a pass at me.
Elliot made a pass at you? You mean he winked at you? He winks at everyone. He's a...
I'm only doing this because I have some more coffee left to drink. Small curd cottage cheese, please.
It's our town's biggest honor. Right after large curd. The point I'm trying to make is kids should enjoy being kids. They should be looking forward to their future.
Oh, darling, I'll be ready to go in just a minute. I had Hannah do my makeup while my pedicure was drying, so all I have to do is change my shoes. Wait a minute. What are you doing?
I think I'm dying. But then again, this 104 fever may be clouding my judgment. My test is in 2 weeks, and I do not want to blow it.
You'll pass.
I don't want to pass. I want an A.
You're the same as you were in grade school, A's. You always had to get an A. Your brother thought a book was to sit on. You always had to get an A. Good night.
Good night, Mom.
If I breathe in it,
Dorothy
How do you
and
do? How do you
Blanche.
do?
Buddy Rourke after all these years.
You don't know who he is, do you, Rose?
Haven't a clue.
Please, don't be embarrassed. We never met before.
Well, then exactly how would you have known her anywhere?
From child, felt like you're stuck in a rut, going through the motions with no joy or pleasure or excitement.
sure, that was my sex life with your father.
Mom, my job is routine. I have virtually no social life and nothing interests me. My life has just become dull and boring.
Where's that sense of fun?
Really, what'd you talk about?
Oh, art, literature, world events, life. I haven't had that stimulating a conversation in years.
Now, Dorothy, if you're saying you can't get stimulating conversation around this house, I beg to differ.
I can't believe it. It says here that since Michael Jackson can't buy the Elephant Man, he's now put in a bid for the remains of the Big Bond.
The point I was trying to make is that we have had a lot of great late-night talks right here.
Yeah, and most of them have been about sex.
Oh. Well, of course we do talk about sex, but we talk about other...
Rose, if God had meant man to eat like that, he would have handed him his teeth in a baggie.
Well, excuse me for asking.
I'm sorry, I'm just irritable.
Oh, poor Sophia. Are you still upset because your friend Bernice moved back to Chicago?
No, Rose, I'm upset because I can't relate to 30-something.
Blanche?
Must you always be so cheerful, you empty-headed Mary Poppins knockoff?
Let me know if you notice anything.
Blanche, what's with you and Rose?
Boy, can you tell a story?
I'm starved. Come on, let's make dinner. Come on. Dinny dog.
Oh, well, I'm not really all that hungry.
I forgot all about him.
Yeah, well, you go on in there. Getting a guard dog was your idea.
I'm afraid of large dogs. When I was 3, I was attacked by a cocker.
Wore a fedora on Saturday. He walks towards me, reaches out his hand and says, Sophia, you can come now. There's room for you now.
That's it?
You want them to show up with Barbara Eden and the College All-American football team? It's a dream, not a Bob Hope special. I'm dying, Dorothy. Saturday, 9 o'clock. Don't make any plans.
All alone, I heard footsteps. Oh. It was my nightmare come true. Someone was after me.
Oh.
I ran. He ran. I ran faster. He ran faster. He grabbed my arm, and I turned around and dropped him. Kneed him right in his safe deposit box.
But as long as he doesn't give me a dirty look when I order lobster, I don't care.
Blanche!
Oh, all right. Maybe he's not perfect, but I happen to be in a little dating slump right now, and I'm just happier having a man who isn't perfect than looking around for one who is.
That's what Bush told everyone when he was choosing a vice president.
I don't understand why you didn't tell him this morning exactly how you felt.
Is that it, Rose? I mean, are you finished, or is there something else that you don't understand?
Well, actually, there is. I don't understand how a thermos keeps things both hot and cold.
We don't keep chicken soup here. We only have vegetable soup, and if that looks like vegetable soup, you're in a lot of trouble.
How are you gonna know it's mine?
I'll know it's yours because I'll put your name on it.
How old are you?
Too old for you.
Has he been your doctor ever since you...
I better make sure we packed everything.
Well, thanks again. Goodbye, Francis. You be good now.
Now, don't you worry about a thing. You go ahead.
What a beautiful little thing.
Yes. What is it, Rose, a boy or a girl?
Of course.
I mean, is it resent you? Oh, please.
For having money?
No, I don't resent you. Oh, I did. A great deal, as a matter of fact, but I've outgrown it.
Even though my marriage was happy and yours hit the rocks?
Well, that bothered me for a while, but I got over it.
Even though all my children are practicing professionals? I guess so.
Yeah, well, I better get to work.
Ma, yeah?
Yeah, if you need any help moving, just let me know, okay?
I'll do that.
Hindenburg disaster. Ma, look who's here.
Oh, so, Mary. When's the baby due?
Ma, you're talking to a 16-year-old girl.
A knocked-up 16-year-old girl. Commercials, they're driving me crazy. Hello, where is everybody?
Oh, we're out here, Rose.
Hi.
What's all that?
Weight loss products I have to test for work. You wouldn't believe the length people go to just to drop a few pounds. I heard about what? Mail call.
Oh, Rose, you're here. That's good. I am absolutely snowed under with this wetlands thing. And as usual, I know I can count on you.
I'm sorry, Dorothy.
What? But, Rose, you always help out.
Potatoes without burning your fingers.
No, it can't be done.
It can be done. For only $12.95, over 500,000 Zabornis have already been sold. Call this toll-free number now. Remember, with the Zaborni, a day without potatoes is
The Board of Health threatens us.
I can't do it.
Forget the Bahamas. How about dinner?
Dorothy, listen.
What?
I have to tell you something.
What? Scare you at any age. And at any age, the loving would make it worthwhile. You want a safe, easy, comfortable home life and romance and excitement on the side, and it's not for me.
Dorothy, please think about what you're throwing away.
If I stay, I am throwing away my... excuse me. My friend here would like to apply for a library card.
What friend?
Oh, the one who's checking out everything but the books.
Hi, what you reading? Oh, you must be a passionate man. Females to fondle?
I suppose I have to tell her.
Oh, yes, you do. You cannot let the police tell her. Oh, the night George died, my telephone rang and a highway patrolman said, "Pardon me, ma'am, do you have a yellow convertible and a husband named George?" I said, "Yes, of course, good grief, what's happened?" And he said, "Hold on, ma'am. Put me on hold with that music while you wait."
And let's just lie down on the bed and watch television.
Hi.
Did you do it?
Yeah. And? I'm going to become a nun. On the kiss of death. It's the second time a man has died in my bed.
The second time?
Dorothy knows.
Charles.
I lost it all. I'm sorry.
Mother, I am so ashamed of you.
I don't believe it.
Well, me neither. Frozen Island isn't the kind to squander her money on bad investments.
It's true. I did it. I guess you two don't know me as well as you think you do.
He works very, very hard, and he's very, very rich.
And what else?
I don't know. That's all I've ever heard about Grandpa.
Oh, I see. Oh, I wish you'd known Grandpa, Charlie. You'd have liked him a lot.
Do you think you would have liked me? Liked you?
Look, I know it's wrong, but I was confused, so I called Dr. Halpern, and he's coming over right away. This is all my fault.
No, it's my fault. Maybe it's my fault. I mean, who goes to their room in the middle of the day without knocking?
Oh, Pussycat, you've come too.
Beatlemania? You're giving up a date for Beatlemania?
Oh, Rose, the Beatles were the first and only rock and roll group that I ever really loved. When they came to Shea Stadium, I managed to get a ticket, but one of my kids came down with the flu. It was one of those times when you have to pretend that you love your kid. Monday morning, I am going to be the first in line.
Make that second.
What are you talking about, Blanche? You've never cared about Jeopardy.
No, but I do care for Alex Trebek. You see, I've never had a Canadian who wasn't on skates.
I'm sorry,
Charge of cheese. Or Lincoln, great statesman or gas guzzler?
idiots in positions of power.
Good one.
Pussycat.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's a perfectly lovely jet, Richard, but there was really no need to fly all the way to Atlanta for dinner. I'm just an old-fashioned girl. I would have been very happy with a quiet dinner at home.
You would?
Absolutely.
I'll just tell the pilot to turn the plane around.
No way!
Panic. You just need a break. Why don't we just wash our hands and have a nice cup of tea? Turn it off.
I can't make it stop.
Very nice job, ladies. Who let you in here?
I did. Lucky I managed to get my degree.
Well, it's going to take a lot of hard work on your part.
You mean like extra credit?
Well, you could say that.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm ready, willing, and able. I'll do whatever I have to.
Oh, I like your attitude, Blanche. This is my,
Oh, boy, problems. My mother wanted me to be a priest, but no, I had to pursue the flashy world of academics. Sit down.
Thank you. Dean Tucker, my name is Blanche Devereaux, and I have something extremely important to discuss with you.
Could this wait on it?
I got it. We'll go and scalp them in front of the theater. Oh, come on, Rose. After what we went through to get them, the least we can do is break even. And believe me, whoever gets these tickets is going to be very grateful. Now, what do you say?
Oh, who cares what she has to say? I have been trying for 5 minutes to tell you about my meeting with Dean Tucker, and all you two can do is go...
May I say a few words just to my friends 75 and over? I'd like you to take a good look at your dates for this evening. Now take a look at mine. Stand up, Raoul. The man is half my age, isn't he?
Sure, we can have some lemon chicken and smoked ham. It's all prepared.
Oh, let's just start with appetizers.
That's fine.
Yeah, how about smoked olives?
Oh, good.
Oh, you'll never guess what I found.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Pepperoni.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell Mom.
How much? $2. Get wild. Treat yourself. Give you $1.50. What does this look like, Baghdad? Get the hell out of here.
No, that's no way to sell things.
Bother you one more time.
10 packs is all I can give you. I told you that on the plane.
I just want to know which way to the baggage claim. Oh, thank you. And thanks again for the wings. Rose, I knew that was you. Really? Oh, honey, what are you doing here?
too late.
You know, if there was some rain coming down and a soft train whistle in the distance, this moment would have the makings of a first-rate country song.
Convinced I'd blown it. I was sure I'd made a bad first impression. But then I met Rose, and I realized I could have shown up naked playing a ukulele and still gotten the room.
Oh, it's been such a lovely day. Mr. Sunshine really gave us one of his biggest and brightest smiles. Oh, I feel like putting...
Blanche, what happened?
Blanche, she's in there.
Really, Columbo? Blanche, when you come back from a walk along the beach, you spend an hour shaking the sand out of your underalls.
Just exactly what do you mean by that?
I mean that Blanche Devereaux does not stay out all night with a man just to go walking along the beach.
Well, never before, that's true, but as Beauregard Jefferson kindly pointed out on my 16th birthday, there's a first time for everything. With Mrs. Claxton and...
Oh, Blanche, now you were dreaming.
I am telling you, this house is possessed by her spirit.
Morning.
Oh, Sophia, listen. Last night in the middle of the night, about 2 in the morning, did you hear some awful, terrible, ghastly sounds?
Heard him, I made him. There's a reason they put expiration dates on cottage cheese. My kingdom.
I'm going.
Want a cup of coffee?
Maybe I will have a cup of coffee.
Oh, good.
Rose, about last night, I should never have said anything.
Well, you only said what you were feeling.
Here, smell me.
I only do that with the milk, Blanche. You know the rules.
This is the last drop of that perfume Big Daddy gave me on my 21st birthday. I want to see if it still has its fragrance. After all, that was 20 years ago.
Blanche, if your 21st birthday was 20 years ago, you'd only be 41.
That's right.
You look terrible for your age.
Did I just say that?
Are the kids back from their date yet?
Our kids?
No, Rose, the Katzenjammer kids. Of course, our kids.
Well, I thought we decided not to interfere in their private lives.
We did, but Blanche here decided differently.
Oh, Blanche, how could you?
Well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. It wasn't an official date. They just went to the...
Be a decent, honest person. You think maybe you could just love me for that?
I already do.
Then you forgive me?
Of course I forgive you. But I'll tell you, if you ever pull a...
Oh, I have to let it out. I'd like to teach the world perfect harmony. I'd like
To hold it in our arms and keep it company.
Hey, how about a Mai Tai?
Oh, where have you been?
You remember when Rose
in the top cabin.
I'm talking about the Cheswick dude. I finally sat the old man down and explained that at 90 there would never be anything between us.
What did he say?
He said not never, but with a little luck every 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh, I'm glad everybody's still up. I just had a Sometimes I hate my job or like to eat my lunch in the park. It was so nice. It was so important to me that someone simply cared about me as much as the person who wrote those letters. It meant so much to have somebody like that in my life.
You do, Rose, honey, you...
And we'll be back home with our families. Oh, there's nothing like Christmas in Minnesota.
Unless it's Christmas in New York. A light snow falling over Fifth Avenue, ice skaters at Rockefeller Center, Santas on every street corner.
Really?
I really appreciate everything you're doing for me.
I know that.
I've never been this scared in my life.
Come on. Now, Stanley, you said yourself it's a very common operation.
Still, there's a chance something can go wrong.
There's always a chance.
And when there's a chance that something can go wrong with me, it usually does. The way I figure it, I'm gonna die.
Blanche, you were unfaithful to George?
Oh, of course not. I was only flirting. There's nothing wrong with that. It keeps you healthy, keeps you in shape, keeps your buttocks firm.
And I wasted all that time on jazzercise.
I have to confess,
I want you to go slow and pace yourself.
that's what I used to tell your father. The only thing he did faster than eat was make love. And in both cases, before I was finished, he'd pat his stomach and say, I've had enough.
I wish you girls would help me get this house ready. Those
to a woman who said she just won the Ironman triathlon.
I don't remember this guy calling.
How could you not remember? I told you I couldn't pick up Emily because my wife just had triplets.
Triplets? I thought you said your wife had gimlets. I think if she wants to drink, it's her own business. A few minutes to help me move my stuff. Thief? What? You hurt me. What's that on your neck? A what? I'm talking about my necklace, the one Mommy gave me for confirmation. You always wanted that necklace. I did not. Then why'd you take it? To cover the what? Give me back my necklace.
Oh, come on, Mom.
Oh, no. Hey, now, Angela, there's something I want to give you. Here. That's a necklace Mama gave you. I know. I want you to have it. It's my way of apologizing for the way I acted.
Oh, Sophia, this is the nicest thing anybody ever gave me.
Don't get all choked. Can we get you anything?
Whoa.
I think you got yourself one hell of a lawsuit there, Blanche. Is this a last minute?
What's the matter with you?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just overly critical. That sometimes happens when you're stunningly beautiful.
Not to mention endlessly irritating.
Blanche, Jake's here. Make yourself at home and don't touch anything.
Hi, everybody.
You are filthy!
I'm sorry, honey. I stopped to help a lady who was...
Mother and your father are going to see you through this.
Absolutely. In fact, I have a business appointment tonight, and I'm going to call right now and cancel it just so I can be here for you.
Daddy, I don't want you to do that. I'll be fine, really.
All right. But I'll only be gone for an hour.
Yeah. Less than half an hour if she doesn't want dinner.
Keep your chin up, Princess.
You go.
To meet with Gloria Steinem and Betty Friedan and Marlo Thomas. They're going to drink white wine spritzers and try to figure out how to fry your wandering male behind.
Dennis.
Kate, we have to talk.
She has nothing to say to you. Dennis, now get out.
Mom, you don't have to speak for me.
Dennis, get out.
Kate, when they're little, you protect them from the bullies on the playground, and later you suffer with them through acne and puppy love.
And the first date and the first time alone in a car, finally they meet someone who will love them and take care of them, and they don't need you anymore.
I'm scared. I'm scared too.
I'm scared for Al and Bobby.
Oh. Shh, what was that noise? That was me. Thank you for calling it to everyone's attention. I've never been so depressed in all my life.
Oh, Ma, it doesn't mean anything. 50 is just a number.
You don't understand, Dorothy. I always had plans, dreams, things I wanted to accomplish by the time I was 50.
What kind of dreams?
Well, coming.
Thank God you're here. I was a wreck. I was sitting there night after night with Oliver, just lonely as hell. I didn't know what was going on up here. Then I thought, what if I lose her?
Home this morning. Someone's buying me breakfast.
Someone?
Okay, quit badgering me. It's Alvin. Alvin from the boardwalk? No, Rose, Alvin from the Chipmunks. Girl.
In New York, maybe you'll take it to him,
Nah, I think I'll mail it. That way, I'll always picture him right here on the boardwalk. Hey, someone's sitting there. Okay, what do you think now? Don't hold back. I can take the criticism.
Depressing.
Awful.
Stinky.
Levi's.
Well, that solves the mystery. They think Rose is a little kid.
What are we going to do? If she reads that letter to the press, she'll humiliate herself.
We certainly can't tell those Russians the truth.
Why not?
Because they will use it as a propaganda ploy to convince the whole world. Reason to bore your friends with a dull story, you know, so you embellish it. You add a little shading, a little color, a little hot tub. I guess it finally caught up with me. But I do think I've learned my lesson. Can we have...
Unattractive.
Yes.
Worn out.
Yes.
Useless.
What's your point, Swim?
My point is, well, I was just hoping that maybe you're tired of people like Floyd who don't appreciate you. And maybe you're...
This is just amazing. How did you ever find Rose after all this time?
I got Rose's address from Charlie's Army pension records, and I realized a lifetime had passed, and I never laid eyes on my old chum's favorite girl. So I made myself a promise. If I was ever in the area, I'd pay my respects.
Well, I see I must explain. You see, in this statue, I wanted to convey strength and character, so I chose Dorothy.
I knew it.
Then I dropped her.
Like so many before you.
I decided I needed more sensuality and vitality, so I turned to my sketches of...
No, that's not very nice.
Well, I'm trying to be nice. That's why I didn't say anything.
Why don't you all just sit there and get comfortable, and I'll make a nice pot of hot coffee, which I'd like to pour right down his pants.
Blanche, how can you let him talk to Becky that way?
Dorothy's right. I haven't heard anyone insult someone. Rebecca, Jeremy, is there something you all would like to tell me?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Please, Becky, let me do it. Blanche, I'd like to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. I'd take the rest of her, but I've got a bad back.
Gee, no, I never realized. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Back in that town whose name you're trying to... Okay, clear out. We need the kitchen.
What's going on?
Before you begin, I want to tell you something. I'm no novice when it comes to major negotiations.
Oh, really?
Let me tell you a story. Picture it. Sicily, 1922. An attractive peasant girl who has saved her lira embarks on a glorious vacation to a Crimean... That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right. Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not, if it makes Dorothy happy? Come on, let's go to the movie.
I have an idea. Why don't I invite everybody and their dates for dinner at the Mortimer Club?
The Mortimer Club? Barbara, that is the most exclusive club in town.
Here we are, ladies.
Thank you.
I didn't order the French fries.
All right, you get the Edgar Allan Poe potatoes and the ice water cometh.
Save it, Ma. I am going to tell Uncle Angelo the truth.
It's only for a couple of hours more.
Ma, I can't do it. I mean, pretending we're married, acting as though nothing happened, it's making me crazy.
It's time to take my heart medicine.
You need a glass of water to take your pill?
No pills. I take a shot of scotch at 12 years old if you got it.
I under here with you. Your body is like a heat sponge. You'll suck up all the heat and I'll get up in the morning a frozen fish stick.
Ma, don't be ridiculous. Just turn up the heat.
It's already on 9. On 10 you can cook a lean cuisine.
Good night, Ma.
Girls, can I please share your electric blanket?
I love you all dearly, but I have to go where I'm needed and Phil needs me.
I thought you said Phil and his wife were getting along better.
They were never right for each other. She never appreciated him, never encouraged him. With the right woman behind him, he could have had a real diamond in his front tooth.
Each month has the picture of a man who's brought some special joy into my life.
Oh, Blanche. Oh, honey, this is so thoughtful. Whoa!
September?
Yep.
I'm surprised you...
I'll get it. Oh, hello there.
Is Sophia home?
Oh, hi, Duncan.
Hi, Sophia. The rest of the gang's waiting in the car. I'll take your suitcase.
Ma, you're really going, aren't you?
I try to tell you.
Oh. Sophia, I came to get you.
Forget it. You kissed this pleasure palace goodbye when you stole that money.
Come on, get ready. You're going with me. I've got a brand new Harley Davidson out in the driveway.
I didn't know you could ride a motorcycle.
Can't. I pushed it over.
1939. The war is on. A promising young architect is offered a job to spearhead construction of a new wing at the Vatican.
Wait a minute, Ma. You say your Italian is rusty, but you know the word for spearhead?
It was my brother's nickname for a while as a child. Anyway, something blue?
Here.
Oh, this is blue. Oh, thank you. These earrings are old. They were my grandmother's. Thank you.
Here, I borrowed these knee-high surgical stockings on the bus.
Ma. Here, Lorraine.
Oh, thank you.
That's everything but the new. Didn't even share it with his band of merry thugs. He was the idol of many a Sicilian youngster.
That's what they did, all right. That is exactly what they did. Delivered the wrong bed.
Oh, and you don't like this one?
Oh, I think it's the most stunning thing I've ever seen. I absolutely love it, but I can't afford it. That bed back there must cost. I am serious. What do you think I should do?
Come on now, Blanche, you know the difference between right and wrong.
Please, and bet she only knows the difference between right and left. Honey, why are you still wearing your costume?
I didn't have time to change. I couldn't wait to get out of...
Anna, they're worried about you back at the home. I'm afraid you're gonna have to come with me.
Attention! Express to Cedar Grove, River Junction, Northern Falls, now boarding.
For crying out loud, Jacob, there's 3 people here. You could have just pointed to the door.
What do you mean?
He had a big floppy pancreas. Look, could we get back to lining the shelves?
I don't feel like it anymore. What to?
Blanche, let me ask you a question. Are you allowed to go back to Chattanooga?
Are you kidding? The sheriff still rides.
Does Nyland live here?
I'm Rose Nyland.
Aren't you fellas a little overdressed?
Oh, I told you we didn't have to wear a tie.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. I'm Len, this is Sven, and this is Ben.
We are the Toppelkopper triplets.
How odd. You don't look anything alike.
Girls, I just realized we're about to go through the Zumbo Falls Tunnel.
Rose, honey, listen. There's something we want to tell you.
Not now. We could be in trouble. People have been known to vanish off the face of the earth when they go through that tunnel.
Honey, that's just ridiculous.
Hold on, here we go.
Rose, listen, it's about your biography. He is so sophisticated and charming and rich and handsome. He fairly screams Blanche. At least he will before I'm through with him.
Girls, look. It's the St. Olaf Woman of the Year trophy. It says here I won Woman of the Year after all because
I was the one who stole the Montgomery Clift poster off her wall when she left for college.
Ma, what are you doing up?
Someone left the lock off my cage.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I get you?
No, I'm fine, but here, let me help you.
Oh, gosh, thanks. This is embarrassing. I gotta be the clumsiest guy on earth.
No.
You don't happen to know a good dry cleaner, do you?
Oh, only the best. You know Andre's on Elm?
Sure.
Well, Andre takes his clothes to this place. I'll write it down.
Thanks.
I knew they could. That's because of all the discipline I taught them.
Baloney. It's because of the team spirit that I taught them.
You're both wrong. It was the statue of Mussolini play I taught them.
What's that?
Everybody piles on the star quarterback on the first play. And then he's out of the rest of the game. Sicilian. If you don't want to acknowledge it, that's your business.
Fine, Ma.
But I may need a ride later. I want to go to confession. They go easier on you if it's still just an impure thought.
Well, you got in pretty late last night.
I know.
So,
Things. You know what I mean?
I gotta take a leak.
Find the bathroom?
If not, I'll find a wall.
Sal, you having any luck under there?
to be perfectly honest, no.
No? You butchigaloo, can't you do anything right? I'm calling her husband, the man who perfected the hot dog. Oscar Mayer.
Ma, you're not making any sense.
All right, Dorothy, let me level with you. All my life, I've been the practical one. Your father was the dreamer. So when this opportunity came along, I couldn't be proud of me. You just wait. Only I can't stop tonight.
Why not?
Because tonight is the anniversary of the death of my beloved cat, Fluffy.
Rose, you have never had cats. You're allergic.
Okay, it's the anniversary of the death of my... Need one of those places? I can't go to one of those places. I'd be too ashamed. I'd be too embarrassed.
What is there to be ashamed of? You have a medical problem. Was Betty Ford embarrassed? Was Liza Minnelli embarrassed?
She should have been. Did you see Arthur, too?
Rose, what's wrong with you? But that's over. Just because we're sisters doesn't mean we have to be friends. I'd like to be someday, but you're going to have to make the first move. Goodbye, Holly.
I asked for Lillian, you bring me Eubie Blake's parents. What's wrong?
But they were the only other people back there. There is no way Lillian is in this ward.
Hi, Sophia. What are you doing here? Oh, Lillian, thank God I found you. I'm taking you away from here.
You are?
Well, how are we going to...
Well, I guess it's my shift.
It's okay, Dorothy. I think she's finally asleep.
Oh, thank God. I am exhausted. Haven't been this tired since my wedding night.
Anyway, Ben got older and I guess a little bit frail, and this is the hard part of my story. One autumn day I walked by that porch and old Ben was gone.
The bed he died and the bed he was born in.
No, I did not order 40 fry pans. It was 40 bedpans. I'm sorry, you were telling me.
What we wanted to talk to you.
Sorry. Hello. Oh, good. Tell him to drop it off at the South End loading dock. Right. I'm so sorry. It's always like this.
Can't you find a better place to clip your toenails?
Don't call me Ma. Call me Sophia like my other friends.
Look, Ma, I am very upset, so please stop teasing me.
Dorothy, I've never told this to anyone before. The day I left the hospital with you, I had a gnawing feeling in the pit of my stomach. Mommy, I want Mommy. But the teacher told me to go, so I did. And I left you there, screaming, crying, with the tears pouring down your face.
I guess all kids go through that the first day of school.
No, you were the only one. It took a good half hour to calm you down, but that didn't last long.
What happened?
Who was the first after Stan?
The divorce lawyer.
How did you know?
It's always the divorce lawyer.
Oh, it was a terrible time for me. You know, I'd gone on an eating binge when Stan left, and I put on quite a bit of weight. Plus, I was not a 20-year-old. You know, when you're 20, you know...
Please.
Oh, no, the whole experience was too painful.
Please.
We just want to put it out of our minds.
Please.
Hit it, Rose.
I have to say what I feel.
Miami has so much appeal.
Hello.
Sophia Rams, depression, fatigue, symptoms very much like the ones you described.
Look, Dr. Stevens, I don't think you understand, so I'm going to tell you again. I am at a point now where I am so exhausted that sometimes I cannot speak. Literally, cannot speak. There are days when I can't get out of bed.
What am I going to do? Just calm down. I'll show you an old Sicilian trick. This is how I grew up poor and managed to eat in the best restaurants in all of Italy. Watch. Look, learn. It's awful. Swill.
Well, at least I'm not bitter.
I always assumed I'd be kept by a younger man.
It's not too late. They get younger every day.
I don't get it. When we're on the dance floor, it feels like we're made for each other. But tonight, with all these brilliant friends at the party, I felt like a fish out of water.
Oh, sure, I didn't flop around on the floor with my eyes bulging out, gasping for air. I haven't done that at a party. It's a dream for me. Martha wants to commit suicide, and she wants me to be there with her.
And what did you say?
I said I'd think about it. You can't say no to somebody who pops for a $75 dinner. Tell them, Blanche.
Do with this?
It has everything to do with this. In the 25 years I have on you, I've learned something. I just wish I could remember what it is. Oh, yeah, I got it. It's not whether you agree or disagree with somebody. It's whether you can be there for that person when they need you.
Sophia, I can't believe you're doing this. Cheese?
Why don't we go really high fiber and spread ketchup on cardboard? Pizza, damn it, get pizza.
That's funny, the phone book is missing again.
Wait a minute, where's Ma?
Is my car gone?
Yeah, your car is fine. My car is gone. Rose has got to find some new role models. You know, for the past week, all he's been doing is hanging out at the beach and having a good time. Maybe this job at the Hacienda Hut will get him on the right track again.
Dorothy, you don't want Michael working in a place like the Hacienda Hut. It is full of people just looking for easy sex and cheap thrills. But if it'll help, I could write a letter of recommendation.
Over in the shot.
Well, I do care about him. I just have some things I have to do.
But like what?
Oh, look, I'm trying to keep this relationship casual. If I go to that hospital, I'm in and there's no getting out.
Don't be silly. All you have to do is follow the orange line down the middle of the hallways and lead right to the elevator.
I'll turn her in, Dorothy, but first, go out there and take care of those men.
Blanche, I have to take care of my mother.
I can't take care of both Miles and the men.
Oh, Dorothy, please do this for Blanche, for me.
Oh, all right.
Now listen, I don't want my plan to go to waste. I still intend to date Jane.
So that's the story. The car is not available, but Blanche Devereaux is. I can't believe that I've been hustled. Boy, if I wasn't a teacher and accustomed to abuse, I'd leave too. Really? You know, I'm a teacher myself. No kidding.
Maybe you'd better talk to her doctor about this.
You're right, Blanche. I guess I've just been hoping that things would improve by themselves. You know, I never thought Ma would lose her memory. Of course, I never thought Alan Alda would get on my nerves. Ma, can we talk for a minute? Oh, Ma, I remember when I was a little girl playing out in the street. I can still hear your voice. Dorothy, fix your dress. The whole neighborhood can see your business.
Sounds like me.
Ma, we don't have too much time.
Okay, let's get in the kitchen. I want to show you that
Oh, Blanche.
I know, but I deserve it.
How are we feeling, Mrs. Devereaux?
A little nervous.
You really don't need makeup.
Well, I want to look good, just in case.
Last night in kitchen about going to St. Gustav's, learning to come in out of the rain.
My very favorite doll.
Dorothy, let it go. Anyway, that trip changed her life, and now I must have courage to change mine. I'm going back with what I learned, so I'm going home.
And you got that part from my story?
No, Vanna White's book.
I told you.
Anyway, now I must go pack my things. And again, Rose, thank you for story.
You know, isn't life funny? Last night in bed.
Well, how about that nun over there?
What if she guilts us into giving it to charity?
Well, I think we can agree that that's the last thing we want to do.
On the other hand, she is a shopping nun. She could be okay.
Excuse me.
We weren't.
Oh, I hope she can forgive us.
She will. That's what she does best. You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. How can I be high and mighty about my friendship with you when I can't do Rose the simple favor of keeping her out of trouble? What I have to do is remember you for the person you are. Look, I hate to be an alarmist, but what if the baby or the mother needs more than Muzak and throw pillows?
You're a meat eater, aren't you? Ooh, sounds like there's a mommy in the making.
Sounds like there's a mommy on fire.
I'll be right back.
Always been there when we've needed each other. Now look, this is important to Rose, and I think we need to stand behind her. I mean, you're taking away a part of her home. Granted, it's the cradle of idiocy.
I have a frog bear.
I thought since you looked like Yoda, you were also wise.
Here it is. I needed to know when Blanche's real birthday was so I could throw her a party. So I got copies of her birth certificate, her DM.
I hate her.
Dorothy.
Ma, I just want to give him a call.
Pussycat, you're out of your league. There are some people you just can't help. It's like the good Lord said. You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to... Hi, Pussycat.
Say goodbye, old woman.
Have a good time?
Do I sound like I had a good time?
How the hell should I know? You're always like this.
Your matchmaker set me up with a criminal.
White collar.
Ma, will you stop?
Geek is more like, you know, somebody with no friends, stays home every Saturday night, nose always buried in a book.
One word out of you and I cut off your supply of Metamucil. Look, Kevin, the reason you're in this trouble...
I'll see you tomorrow, Blanche. Boy, this is really beginning to chafe.
Were you able to get him to bed?
No.
Rose still in the closet with the camera?
Yes.
Maybe you'll get him tomorrow.
A promise is a promise.
Where did a sweet Sicilian girl like you learn to do those things?
I live with a slut.
Thank her for me.
When I was at the library, they said that your library card had expired 5 years ago.
Really? Where could I have been? Oh, yeah. Locked in an old age home. Dorothy, I cannot go through with it. I'm going to call Tip. Both threw up a little. Honey, did that mean old lady put you in the garage?
No, the mean young lady did. Rose, Ted's coming over later, and I just don't want that dog making a big mess. He's already been into my personal things.
Well, maybe we should get him some rubber toys.
They do seem to be as... These paramedics never give up.
Don't end this, Blanche. My wife doesn't understand me.
Well, I do. You're a cheat. Get out.
Hi, is Blanche ready?
Not quite yet. Would you, like to sit down?
No, I'm in a hurry.
No, she'll only be a few minutes.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna run into traffic. I hate it when she does this.
You evidently hate it when she does a lot of things.
What?
Nothing?
You don't realize how much you care for a man until you see him streaking toward the earth trying to grab a bird.
He must really love you.
Well, I love him, too.
Survived a slight stroke, which left her, if I can be frank, a complete burden.
Why don't we all go out to the kitchen and get something to drink?
That sounds good. Say, have you ladies known Blanche for a long time?
Oh, yes. You're in luck. She just loves policemen.
And the girls...
We heard what you were telling them, Blanche, and I am truly sorry you feel that way.
Will you tell me why you want to put yourself and Doug through this? You know how people can be.
And if my own sister can't accept our relationship, what chance would I have with anyone else, right?
Right. No! No, what I mean...
We get what you mean. Blanche, we don't have to worry about what the world...
To a man. Hey, it's not like the guys in my family never kissed a man. Of course, that was business. Although there was that one hitman who always had to have a flower in his lapel and would hold the kiss of death a little longer than he had to.
Oh, look, I can accept the fact... Besides, it's always next year.
Well, I've made a decision. I'm going to throw myself into charity. I'm going to spend all my free time making other people's lives better. I lost sight of the real goal. It isn't about fancy banquets. It isn't about getting your name and...
Now I want you to start at the beginning and tell us everything.
Boo, Shrimp, you're up to speed. Go, Rose.
Well, to begin with, I had an absolutely fantastic time. He's the same man. The man I love. And that's why I told him I'd go to Chicago with him.
You'd want...
Miles, your poetry book.
Keep it. And when you read page 73, think of me.
And when to the heart of man...
And we're together and I'm never gonna let you go.
Tell me she's being dramatic.
When I thought I would never see you again, I began to realize just how much you meant to me, and how much I've taken you for granted, and how many things I never had a chance to say to you. What I'm trying to stop saying that? You keep calling me Grandma. She's gonna grow up to think that's my name.
Yours, if you talk of tales, and so farewell.
Thank you.
Would you like to see Kate another way?
God, yes. Next!
I really thought you were getting to love Aurora, but you were just using your granddaughter to try and land a man. Goodbye, Mama. Thanks for babysitting. You won't have to do it again.
And? Okay. And Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, and look here, Dorothy, this is my grandmother, Marcel d'Aberval, pure Southern through and through.
You always could slam a door. That's one of the things I love about you.
You flatter me.
Wait, Dorothy. I have to talk to you.
This wouldn't happen to be an apology for ruining our wedding, would it?
No, just something I thought I should tell you in person. Remember my Uncle Morris?
That hot plate, Sophia. We'll go to the DA. I think we've got enough evidence to get these charges dropped.
Oh, Ma, I am so proud of you. Now, honey, if you could just remember where you left the hot plate.
I used it recently. Think, Sophia, think.
What's that smell?
My God.
News, I think we best all go warn the king.
And off they went. On their way, Henny Penny, Goosey Lucy, and Turkey Lurkey came upon Foxy Loxy.
Ladies, why are you in such a hurry? Stop!
On the table was cheesecake. It was a cheesecake. Yeah. It's what it came to call as cheesecake.
The first show of the second season wasn't, and y'all were responsible, I'm so glad to say, it wasn't so funny as it needed to be.
I wrote that one.
Now, wait a minute. The one I'm talking about.
Living for the day, pussycat. I never jumped into a haystack before.
Ma!
Geronimo!
My God! Dorothy, is she okay?
Yeah, I think so. Rose.
Look at it every day. You don't know how important it is to know that you've got somebody back home, especially when you're thousands of miles away in the middle of a war. You promised me when I came back, I would be your one and only guy.
while I had to make big, huge sacrifices.
I'm not telling you, you're guessing. But to be perfectly honest, you're getting warmer.
Oh, what a wonderful night! Now that Bill's getting out of the service, we can build a life together.
I have this because of Ma.
Oh, Ma. Life isn't just valued by the money you leave. It's the memories, the love. And you filled my life with that.
You're right, Pussycat. And I should want to see...
Well, Marvin is just a little shy. He'll warm up and be more talkative when we go to dinner.
What do you mean, we?
Well, Marvin's eyes aren't what they used to be, and he's not allowed to drive. So he asked me if I would. I hope you don't mind. Marvin wants so much to make a good impression.
Mr. Hubbard? Mrs. Hubbard?
Yeah, hello, Rose. I see you brought along the hospital chef.
Oh, Jake, don't be pushy. What a cute little guy this is.
How about that? I haven't seen Grace show so much spirit since she came here.
Well, that's Jake's job, to cheer up the...
I've always been loved by you.
Blanche, I hope I can see you outside the hospital. Maybe we could have dinner some night?
Oh, well, do you really need to? I mean, do you really need to?
Well, I don't really need to.
But I'm sorry, but I can't.
Anything you're going to regret?
Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. Would you two please sit down? A terrible mistake has been made here, and I'm the one who made it. See, I thought you all would go out once and eat a boring dinner and tell each other a couple of boring stories.
I'll just be baggage there. I know a place where you're needed.
Where?
Here. Rose, oh, stay with me, honey.
Blanche, that's very nice, but you're going to want to get on with your own life. I mean, you'll want to find a relationship.
I want my best